Chosen ones, that nagging feeling in your gut wasn't paranoia. It was your spiritual radar detecting deception while everyone else remained blind to what you always saw clearly. For months they operated in shadows, manipulating circumstances, blocking your blessings, and gaslighting you into questioning your own perceptions. But the universe never allows such interference to continue indefinitely. What took them months to construct will collapse in minutes when irrefutable evidence emerges exactly as you suspected all along. Prepare yourself for vindication so complete that even the skeptics will stand speechless in the face of undeniable proof. Certain people made your energy field contract the moment they entered your space. Your body knew before your mind could process it. The fake smiles, the hollow compliments, the eyes that never quite matched their words. Their frequency clashed with yours, creating static that only you could hear. This discomfort wasn't social anxiety. It was your soul's advanced warning system shrieking at you to pay attention. The masses sleep through their lives, numbed by distractions and programmed responses. You've been awake, eyes wide open in a world of sleepwalkers. Your perception stretches beyond the three-dimensional limitations that bind ordinary consciousness. While they chase shadows, you've been tracking the puppet masters pulling strings behind carefully constructed illusions. Your heightened awareness marks you as different, set apart for purposes beyond conventional understanding. The universe doesn't gift this level of perception without reason. You see through facades that took years to construct, sensing deception where others see only charm. This sensitivity, often your burden, now transforms into your greatest weapon. The very quality they mocked becomes the flashlight illuminating their darkest secrets. Every post, every comment, every photo, they've been watching, studying, analyzing. Your social media presence radiates an energy that draws their obsessive attention. While you created content and shared your journey, certain eyes burned with jealousy behind their screens, taking screenshots, saving information, building files they never thought you'd discover. Your authentic expression triggers something primal in them. Your light exposes the darkness they've worked so hard to conceal, even from themselves. Each time you step more fully into your power online, they scramble to diminish your shine, leaving traces of their desperation in hastily deleted comments and passive-aggressive reactions. They foolishly believed their technical skills surpassed your spiritual discernment. Wrong. The digital realm might seem like their domain, but cosmic intelligence flows through fiber optic cables too. The same universal forces that arranged synchronicities in your physical world have been collecting electronic evidence, preparing for the perfect moment of revelation. Your posts spark something they cannot control, a recognition that you possess what they've failed to cultivate. Your natural gifts, your connection to source energy, your ability to inspire others, these qualities fuel their campaign against you. They study your words looking for ammunition, never realizing they're exposing their own weaknesses with every obsessive click. Behind the scenes, they worked tirelessly to block every blessing headed your way. Opportunities mysteriously dissolved after you mentioned them in their presence. Connections that should have flourished suddenly cooled without explanation. Resources that would have accelerated your growth vanished or diminished before reaching you. These weren't unfortunate coincidences but calculated interceptions. Their network extends further than you've imagined. Casual acquaintances recruited to gather intelligence, mutual connections convinced to withhold information beneficial to your progress. Even those who seemed neutral were often enlisted through careful manipulation, fed distorted versions of reality that painted you as undeserving or unstable. The puppet master pulled strings, connecting people who never realized their unwitting roles in this conspiracy. The origin point stretches back further than recent events suggest. Examine the timeline. The campaign against you began precisely when your energy shifted toward expansion. Your first steps toward authentic power triggered their defensive mechanisms. The initial sabotage was subtle, so delicate you questioned your own memory. This wasn't happenstance, but the first strategic move in a long game designed to keep you small. The architect behind this campaign hides in plain sight, often in the last place you'd think to look. The motherly figure who offers comfort while planting seeds of doubt. The supportive friend whose advice subtly steers you away from your greatest opportunities. The mentor whose guidance keeps you dependent rather than empowered. Their disguise as nurturer makes their manipulation nearly invisible, until now. Their methods combine sophisticated psychological tactics with primitive energy vampirism. They siphon your creative force during vulnerable moments of sharing. After conversations that should leave you energized, you feel mysteriously drained. This energy theft fuels their campaigns against you, using your own power to construct barriers to your progress. Cosmic irony. They require your energy because they cannot generate sufficient force from their disconnected state. The Obsidian Inner Order is not a program. It's not a course. It's not some feel-good spiritual retreat. We don't sell answers. We remember together. We teach psychic self-defense, real energetic shielding against entities, implants, and interference. We restore manifestation as it was meant to be, raw, immediate, and exact. Every week, we gather in secret, not to worship, but to awaken, to speak what can't be said anywhere else, to deprogram the matrix, layer by layer. You'll know if you're meant to be there. You'll feel it in your bones. The Chosen meet every Wednesday on Zoom. Why aren't you with us yet? Got Gnosis? Join the Obsidian Inner Order. Link in the description. Jealousy motivates their most extreme measures. Your natural connection to abundance threatens their scarcity mindset. Your intuitive gifts make mockery of their studied techniques. Your authentic magnetism attracts genuine opportunities while they scramble for crumbs through manipulation. They couldn't beat you in a fair spiritual competition, so they changed the rules of engagement, attacking from shadows, using proxies, creating illusions. Their most insidious technique, reality distortion, gaslighting you about events you clearly remember, rewriting histories shared between you, denying promises made in private, twisting your words when repeating them to others. These manipulations aim to fragment your certainty, making you second-guess your clearest memories. A wounded, confused target becomes easier to control than a confident, clear-minded adversary. But their most fatal miscalculation, underestimating your spiritual resilience. They studied your human patterns while remaining blind to your divine connection. They catalogued your earthly weaknesses while missing your cosmic strengths. They prepared for predictable reactions without accounting for your supernatural intuition. Most critically, they believed you walked this path alone, unaware of the celestial forces gathering to expose their schemes in spectacular fashion. The cosmic wheels turn with perfect precision. Mercury retrograde ends, communication clears, and suddenly, everything crystallizes into perfect clarity. May marks the divine timeline for revelations that cannot be rationalized away. The universe selected this specific moment because your spiritual foundations have strengthened sufficiently to handle these truths without shattering. This revelation comes through multiple channels simultaneously: digital breadcrumbs, eyewitness accounts, physical evidence, undeniable patterns finally recognized. The puzzle pieces scattered across months or years suddenly snap together, forming a picture so clear you'll wonder how you missed it, despite seeing fragments all along. The completed image reveals motives, methods, and every calculated move made against you. Prepare yourself for information that fundamentally shifts your understanding of recent events. Conversations replay with new meaning. Seemingly random obstacles reveal their deliberate creation. Coincidences expose themselves as orchestrated sabotage. The narrative you accepted transforms completely when viewed through the lens of intentional manipulation. This knowledge doesn't tear down your world, it liberates you from an elaborate illusion constructed to limit your true potential. Those moments when progress toward your goals mysteriously halted, right after sharing your plans with specific people. The opportunities that evaporated without explanation. Job offers rescinded. Connections that suddenly went cold. Collaborations that dissolved at critical junctures. These weren't unfortunate timing or bad luck. Each represented deliberate intervention designed to keep you from your destiny. Your words twisted and weaponized against you. Private vulnerabilities shared in confidence, suddenly referenced by strangers. Your intentions misrepresented to mutual connections, statements taken out of context and circulated to damage your reputation. The manipulation of your narrative wasn't clumsy coincidence, but calculated character assassination, executed through whisper networks you weren't meant to discover. The energy drain you experienced after certain interactions defied logical explanation. Phone calls that left you inexplicably exhausted, meetings after which you needed days to recover, messages that triggered disproportionate emotional responses. These energetic symptoms signaled spiritual interference. Your body registering attacks that your conscious mind couldn't yet identify. Your physical vessel recognized enemy fire before your logical brain could process it. Your success triggered their most desperate countermeasures. Each time you gained momentum, overcame obstacles, or received recognition, their efforts intensified. Negative feedback arrived from unexpected sources. Administrative problems emerged from nowhere. Technical difficulties affected only your projects. These escalating attempts to derail your progress corresponded precisely with your expanding influence, desperation increasing as your light grew stronger. These flags waved frantically in your awareness, even when you lacked language to articulate their warning. Your body tightened in certain presences. Sleep disturbances followed specific interactions. Uncharacteristic self-doubt surfaced after particular conversations. These physical and emotional responses weren't anxiety or oversensitivity, but your sophisticated internal guidance system detecting threats your conscious mind hadn't yet recognized. Your intuition never malfunctioned. It detected precisely what logic couldn't yet see. Financial interference leaves trackable patterns when you know where to look. Examine the timeline closely. Notice how monetary challenges intensified whenever new opportunities appeared. Income sources mysteriously dried up just before significant events requiring investment. Unexpected expenses emerged precisely when you accumulated savings. These coincidences follow mathematical patterns too precise for random chance. Resources meant for your advancement were systematically diverted or blocked. Connections that would have led to financial opportunities were sabotaged before materializing. Recommendations promised but never delivered. Introductions delayed until opportunities expired. Information about grants or funding withheld until deadlines passed. These weren't oversights, but strategic interceptions of abundance meant for your path. Their campaign targeted your material foundation, knowing financial instability would limit your capacity to pursue your purpose. Creating survival-level concerns consumes energy that would otherwise fuel your spiritual expansion. Keeping you focused on basic needs prevents investment in gifts that would expand your influence. Their strategy: keep you scrambling for resources so you lack bandwidth for the work that would fully activate your power. Divine compensation approaches: universal rebalancing that returns everything taken with interest. The financial floodgates prepare to open, delivering not just what was blocked, but multiplicative abundance beyond what was intercepted. Resources arrive from unexpected sources. Opportunities materialize seemingly from thin air. Connections form that bypass the old gatekeepers entirely. The universe creates new channels when established routes become corrupted. This financial restoration arrives with perfect karmic precision. The exact amount of energy they invested in blocking your resources becomes the measurement for your windfall. Every plan they created to limit you transforms into the blueprint for your expansion. Every door they closed triggers the opening of multiple new pathways. Their attempts to create scarcity in your experience become the exact mathematical formula for your imminent abundance. Divine intervention occurred at critical junctures you never even recognized as dangerous. Seemingly random events, a delayed appointment, a missed connection, a last-minute cancellation, often represented spiritual forces rerouting you away from carefully laid traps. The stranger who struck up conversation when you were headed toward danger. The impulse to change plans without logical reason. The unexpected obstacle that felt frustrating but actually served as protection. Your path shows evidence of supernatural redirection at every turn. Mysterious failures plagued their most determined efforts against you. Plans that should have succeeded inexplicably collapsed. Traps set with perfect precision somehow missed their target. Technology malfunctioned at crucial moments. Miscommunications disrupted coordinated attacks. These weren't lucky breaks, but deliberate interference from realms beyond physical perception. Forces fighting on your behalf intercepted threats before they reached you. Your preservation defies logical explanation. Despite targeted campaigns designed by multiple minds, you remained essentially untouched in your core essence. External circumstances might have been affected, but your spiritual center, your connection to Source, remained inviolable. This protection wasn't granted arbitrarily, but specifically arranged for souls carrying particular frequencies necessary for collective evolution. Your safeguarding serves purposes beyond your personal journey. Abilities awakening within you triggered their defensive response before you even recognize these powers emerging. Your expanding intuition, your manifestation capacity accelerating, your increasing energetic sensitivity, your natural healing influence on others. These gifts didn't develop randomly but activated according to divine timing, preparing you for specific service that your adversaries sensed before you consciously understood your calling. Your authentic presence disrupts their carefully constructed reality. Your truth-resonant frequency interferes with deception fields they've maintained for years. Simply by existing in your natural state, you create disturbances in environments built on falsehood. Your unintentional reality correction makes you dangerous to those invested in maintaining illusions. They attack not what you do, but what you are. A walking embodiment of frequencies they cannot control or corrupt. The mission prepared for you carries significance beyond personal achievement. Your unique combination of gifts, challenges, and life experiences created precise qualifications for work with collective impact. The opposition you faced correlates directly to the importance of your contribution. Cosmic law. The magnitude of resistance encountered reflects the magnitude of light about to be released through you. Your adversaries unconsciously recognize your potential impact even before you fully claim it. This challenge accelerates your spiritual evolution beyond normal developmental timelines. Pressure creates diamonds from coal, and targeted opposition forces rapid growth of spiritual muscles that might otherwise develop gradually. Your adversaries inadvertently serve as evolutionary catalysts, their resistance becoming the very force that strengthens your capabilities beyond ordinary progression. The precise abilities they tried to suppress receive amplified development through their opposition. The abilities emerging now represent merely the initial activation of your full spiritual arsenal. Each challenge unlocks new aspects of your multidimensional capacities. What manifests during this period of revelation serves as foundation for abilities that will continue expanding throughout your lifetime. The current awakening, though seemingly complete, constitutes merely the first wave of a progressive empowerment designed to unfold in strategic phases aligned with your readiness and the collective need. Energetic cleansing now becomes non-negotiable daily practice. Salt baths infused with protective herbs, sound clearing with bells, drums, or specific frequencies, smoke cleansing with sacred plants. These ancient techniques dissolve energetic residue from psychic attacks, removing hooks, cords, and attachments placed without your conscious consent. Your energetic field requires regular maintenance during this period of heightened spiritual warfare. Boundary construction at the energetic level precedes enforcement in the physical realm. Visualize protective geometries surrounding your field, crystalline structures, light shields, mirrored surfaces that reflect projections back to their source. These energetic architectures must be regularly reinforced, particularly before sleep when your conscious guards naturally lower. These aren't imaginary exercises, but the manipulation of subtle energies that form the foundation of physical reality. Recognition of energy drainage represents your first defense against vampiric tactics. Identify the specific sensations indicating unauthorized energy extraction, sudden fatigue, inexplicable mood drops, mental fogginess after interactions with certain individuals. Your awareness of these symptoms allows immediate countermeasures. Energy cord cutting, field sealing, and conscious reclamation of your life force. These subtle energy movements might seem insubstantial, but constitute the root level where all manifestation begins. Power reclamation occurs through specific declarations that reshape energetic agreements. Speak aloud. I reclaim all power, energy, and aspects of my soul that have been taken without my conscious permission. I dissolve all contracts, agreements, and energetic bonds not serving my highest evolution. I return all energies not belonging to me to their rightful source, transmuted through divine love. These aren't mere affirmations, but executive commands issued from your sovereign spiritual authority. Conscious connection to your spiritual support system amplifies your defensive and offensive capabilities. Speak directly to your guides, ancestors, and protective forces. Request specific interventions rather than general protection. Direct their assistance toward particular situations requiring attention. This communication pathway strengthens through regular activation, creating clear channels for immediate response during critical moments. Your spiritual allies possess capabilities beyond physical limitation, but require your conscious cooperation to intervene in certain domains. Complete life restructuring follows this revelation, every element rearranged to support your authentic path. Relationships reconfigure as truth illuminates genuine connections versus transactional exchanges. Professional realignments create space for expression of your actual gifts rather than skills valued for others' agendas. Living environments transform to resonate with your true frequency. These changes, though substantial, occur with surprising grace when you release resistance and trust the divine architectural plans being implemented through seeming chaos. Doors locked for years suddenly swing open without effort. Opportunities previously blocked manifest in rapid succession. People carrying keys to your advancement appear unexpectedly. Resources arrive precisely when needed. This seemingly sudden abundance represents the natural flow restored after artificial dams constructed against you disintegrate. The universe doesn't need to create new blessings. Merely remove the obstructions placed against those already trying to reach you. Unexpected. Travel or relocation places you precisely where your gifts can have maximum impact. Geographic coordinates contain energetic signatures that either amplify or dampen your specific frequency. Your optimal location has been calculable from your inception, but interference prevented your arrival until this strategic moment. The pull towards certain places strengthens now. Magnetic attraction to coordinates where ley lines and energy vortices support your particular service mission. These transformations exceed your most ambitious visualizations. The limitations placed on your manifestation field created artificial ceilings for your imagination, dreams sized to fit inside prisons of possibility constructed by others. With these barriers removed, your creative potential expands beyond previous conceptual limits. What materializes surpasses your boldest prayers because those prayers themselves were formulated under restrictive conditions about to be permanently eliminated. Karmic precision engineers the perfect reversal of fortune. Everything orchestrated against you returns to its source with mathematical accuracy. The energy invested in constructing obstacles becomes the exact measurement of force behind your acceleration. Schemes designed for your limitation transform into blueprints for your expansion. Weapons fashioned against you convert into tools for your advancement. This perfect inversion represents universal law functioning flawlessly. Your unstoppable rise follows natural law. Objects held underwater rocket upward with force proportional to the depth and duration of their suppression. The calculated effort to submerge your light now converts directly into propulsion fuel. Every push downward creates equal upward momentum once resistance vanishes. Your trajectory isn't just recovery to original position, but exponential advancement beyond where natural progression would have placed you without interference. Witnesses gather for this phenomenal emergence. Some who doubted your claims observe in stunned silence. Others who dismissed your experiences reconsider everything in light of undeniable evidence. A few who participated in campaigns against you seek forgiveness upon recognizing the cosmic forces they unwittingly challenged. Many who experienced similar suppression find hope and validation through your vindication. Your personal triumph sends ripple effects through countless connected stories. This experience, though painful, served essential purposes in your development. Pressure applied against you strengthened spiritual muscles that would have otherwise remained dormant. Opposition forced development of discernment beyond normal evolution timelines. Betrayal taught sovereignty no classroom could effectively convey. Gaslighting developed your unshakable trust in personal perception. These lessons, though harsh, prepared specific capabilities required for your actual mission. Your ultimate destiny unfolds with breathtaking magnitude once these preparatory challenges complete their purpose. The scope of your contribution extends beyond personal achievement or individual success. The unique combination of gifts, challenges, and wisdom gained through this crucible qualifies you for service roles impossible to fulfill without exactly this developmental path. What appeared as targeted victimization reveals itself as specialized training for souls selected for particular cosmic assignments requiring precisely these extraordinary qualifications. The universal forces orchestrating your journey never abandoned you during your darkest moments. The temporary permission granted to those working against you served purposes beyond their comprehension. Their role as evolutionary catalysts concludes with this revelation, their unwitting contribution to your development complete. As they fade from significance, your attention turns toward horizons previously unimagined, the actual work you came to accomplish, finally unobstructed, ready for your full engagement with powers forged through fire and vindicated through divine timing.